myth is not something that happened once. Something only gets to be a myth if it happens over and over and over. The Greeks tell a story about this guy Orpheus, a sensitive guy, an intellectual guy, and you'd think that a guy like that would do pretty well with women, but no! The one time he actually manages to find a girlfriend, 2 seconds into the relationship, she trips over a volcano and falls down into hell, because the good ones are never mentally stable. And he goes down after her, and he tells the devil, "I want my girlfriend back." And the devil says, "Well, that's got to be the most selfish thing I've ever heard. Oh, okay. You can have your girlfriend back, provided that you lead her out of here without ever once turning around to make sure that she's there." So he waits, and he waits, until he reaches the mouth of the volcano and his soul is full of daylight, and he turns around and her eyes fill with pain and disappointment, and she screams, "No, you're just a selfish jerk like all the others, wah!" And this, my friends, is a myth, because it happens over and over and over. The year is 1987. I am 24 years old, and I'm at the New Orleans Jazz Festival standing in line for some crawfish étouffée, when who should get in line behind me but Miss Karen Allen. You know, the movie star. The feisty little brunette from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I always knew you'd come walking back through my door, Indiana Jones. Oh, and that scene where she escapes from the Gestapo in that satin nightgown and starts blowing up all the Nazi fuel dumps. Oh, be still, my beating heart. Her and Ellen Barkin were the top 2 fantasy figures of my teenage years. And I'm standing in line and I can feel her pain. That she's a big movie star, but nobody's paying attention to her. And she's standing all alone without an agent or a publicist or a visible boyfriend. And I think, am I a man or a mouse? So I turn around, and those big brown eyes light up, and she speaks to me first. I'll never forget what she said. She says, "Hi." And I want to show her that I'm not just some creepy stalker, that I really do care about her work in independent film. So I look down shyly and I say, "You know, I really liked your work in Diner." And her eyes fill with disappointment and pain as her jaw sets and she says, "I wasn't in Diner." And then I realized, no, it's Ellen Barkin who is in Diner. Oh, and in the first 2 seconds of our relationship, I've just betrayed that I have been cheating on her in my fantasy life. And she peels out of line and goes marching away, all the way back to her own private hell. And this, my friends, is a myth, because it happens over and over and over.